No matter where you find yourself today, I'm certain you've experienced quite a few why God moments. Maybe you've asked, why God did they hurt me? Why God did I lose my job? Why God did a loved one pass away? Why God did I end up here? Our whys could go on forever. As someone who just finished her freshman year at UW-Madison, I've had my fair share of why God moments over the past year. But I want to share 14 words which have gotten me through my why God moments. You may not understand now what I am doing, but someday you will. Not a day goes by where John 13:7 isn't on my heart. Yet there are a few specific instances where that verse was apparent in my life over the past 12 months. This fall, I moved from Cannon Falls, Minnesota to Madison. While chasing my journalism dreams, I adjusted to an undergrad population 8 times the size of my hometown and a college COVID lifestyle. Come October, I found myself going through the recruitment process, something I never imagined myself doing. When I received an invitation to join Kappa Alpha Theta in my inbox, I didn't fully understand how a sorority would play into my story. Now, I do. A few weeks after joining, I was introduced to 2 older Thetas, Gwen Simon and Maggie King. Both invited me to attend a meeting with Greek InterVarsity. Not knowing what Greek IV was, they explained that Greek IV was a group where faith and Greek life intersected. I'm not going to lie, I was skeptical about attending at first. In middle and high school, I didn't find connection within a youth group or Bible study. And being new to Greek life, the thought of fraternities and sororities talking about God sounded comedic. Yet, I kicked my nerves and preconceived notions to the curb and clicked on the Zoom link. That one decision changed the course of my entire year. Almost immediately after joining the call, I was greeted by friendly faces like Nicole Hempstead, Maddie Mueller, and Aaron Peters, and was introduced to Eric and Jen Homer. Then I joined a big breakout group to discuss a Bible passage. Slowly but surely, I began warming up to the idea. Me, in a Bible study. I did not yet understand why or what God was doing, how God worked, or who God was. But I had a taste of something good, and I wanted more. I didn't look back after that October 21st meeting. If Greek IV was having an event, I was there, no questions asked. Gradually, I made other little changes. Instead of opening Cosmopolitan's horoscope section first thing each morning, I opened the Bible app. Instead of putting in my AirPods on walks to class, I listened to what God's creation was up to. Instead of sleeping in a few more hours on Sunday, I went to worship. For the very first time in my life, I was prioritizing my relationship with Christ, and I had never been happier. People weren't joking when they said you truly begin living once you let God in. In the meantime, I was applying to dozens of journalism internships. After 3 months of swings and misses, one Minneapolis opportunity seemed promising. The company's internship program manager gave me a call in February and recommended I applied for a particular position, which sounded like a dream come true. A few weeks rolled by, and I received a notification on a Wednesday morning that the internship application was available. Slammed with exams and essays, I figured there was no harm in waiting until the weekend to apply. What I didn't know was the big guy upstairs had another plan. When I logged on to begin the application process 3 days later, all the internships had been filled. I remember bawling in my dorm room, attached to my plan, asking, why God? But then I saw the purple sticky note above my desk with John 13:7. Even if I didn't like my circumstance, I was reminded that his plan will always be greater than my own. So I wiped my tears away, closed my eyes, and said, God, I trust you. I may not understand what you are doing now, but someday I will. All I ask is that you use me and my strengths to reach others for you this summer, wherever that may be. Then I coped how any teenager copes. I took a nap. A fat nap. Yet, when I woke up, I realized I still didn't have an internship, still didn't have a plan. Frustrated, I picked up my phone. Eyes still fuzzy. I couldn't believe what I saw on my screen. Cam Rivera, a member of the Greek IV leadership team, had sent me a message in our Greek IV group chat. Eric wanted to pass this link along. His church is hiring a digital media intern for the summer. Text him if you're interested. I was speechless. In an instant, it felt as though God had said, Emma, this is why. The next day, I hunkered down in Michelangelo's coffee shop on State Street and worked on my Good Shepherd application. Question after question, I asked God to speak through me. Just before closing time, I took a deep breath and hit submit, hoping that this opportunity was something he had written into my story. One Zoom interview with Rick Bloom, Eric Holmer, and Jessica McCarty later, I found myself with Good Shepherd's digital media internship. Flash forward to today. I just finished my 6th week here at Good Shepherd, and I can confidently say I understand why. Why God had me join Kappa Alpha Theta. Why God had Gwen Simon and Maggie King invite me to Greek IV. Why God had steered me away from my dream internship in Minneapolis. He was preparing me for something much bigger than myself. Because this, right here, is my dream internship. I have already learned more than I ever could have imagined. And I'm not just talking about how to edit a video, snap a social media worthy photo, or direct a worship service. I'm talking about how I've learned from all of you to welcome as I have been welcomed, forgive as I have been forgiven, and serve as I have been served. I see loads of ordinary people doing extraordinary things within the Good Shepherd community, and I'm excited to continue connecting with you throughout the rest of the summer. I'd love to hear some of your why God moments. No, really. Pull me aside at worship, write me a note, send me an email. Let's talk about how you found Good Shepherd. Because when we share our faith footprints with one another, we grow closer to each other and to God. But regardless of what you choose to share with me, I'm asking each of you to reflect on your why God moments tonight. As you leave campfire worship, remind yourself of all the times you thought you would never understand, but now do. And if you currently find yourself in a why God season, know that you may not understand now what he is doing, but someday you will, for he will forever be the greatest author.